Diecast collectors and enthusiasts, what's up? Just the first Thursday of every month, there's a Diecast meet at a Denny's restaurant across. Well, it's not really across town. It's about halfway across town for me, and I've lived here 2 years and I've never been. But I had some stuff to pick up tonight, so starting with this Honda City from Kyosho. Dope little car. Really cool little car. I love Kyosho stuff. Man, I got some awesome stuff tonight. I got this one. I'm not going to take this off the base, but I will take the acrylic off to show you. It's pretty. Wow. Lamar Fashion might like this one. That is sick. Look at the detail. That is a 1:64 scale car. Very nice. One of the nicest in my collection. Very, very cool. I was happy to get that one. I like Lexus and Toyota. And pretty much anything that is JDM or JNC. Put that one there. Alright, I got a lot of cool stuff to get to, so how about a little Konami? This car is really hot right now. I think Hot Wheels really gave it a lot of attention with their release of it. This is a Konami version of a Nissan Fairlady 2000. So it doesn't have the body kit or the fender flares or all the other stuff that the Hot Wheels has. But wow, it looks really good. I love these little Konamis. They are sweet. Very well done. So I got that little guy. Got a little something for my buddy up north, Champion DJK. It doesn't roll, but I sent you the Tanika Premium. I was able to secure another Kyosho, but for whatever reason they don't roll. Well, the front wheels do. But a sweet car. So that'll be coming your way at some point. That's the only reason I got it. Let's see. I got such awesome stuff that I don't even know. Alright, I'll do this one next. This is another Konami. This one's already off the base, so it'll be quick. I'm not sure. It's a Fairlady 240Z. Not sure the year, but it's really nice. I'm going to be getting a Tanika Limited Vintage Fairlady Z. Probably a little bit later model than this, though, so I can compare the two. But this is pretty nice. I think it would look better if the wheels sat a little bit further up. But the detail is there. Amazing piece. Really cool piece. And these things all roll phenomenal. I mean, even in the dirt, just goes cruising over it. So that's your Fair Lady. Now, these two, I'm really glad. I've been eyeballing this one online. Actually, I've kind of been eyeballing both of these online, if I'm honest. And the BMW always seems to be way out of my price range. But I was able to come across it tonight at a very good price. So you've all you Hot Wheel collectors have probably all seen this. This is the Hot Wheels BMW. I don't know what racing livery this is, but it is an actual livery, which is why they call it a livery, because it's based off of a real life design. So that's the Hot Wheels version, and I think they did a pretty good job, other than getting the tampos all smudged up. This car got, what, 1, 2, 3... Well, 3 passes at the tampo machine, which for a mainline, that's pretty rare that happens. Anyways, well, this one has some scratches on it, but that's okay. I still really dig it. But, man, this just looks so sweet. This is the Kyosho. And this, I think, is a pretty expensive piece if you try to find it online. You can see it's a little scuffed up on top. Looks like maybe it got dropped. The front windshield is pretty scratched up. And we have some dings and some flea bites up around the hood. But it is still sick. And a lot of detail. So that is your Kyosho version. So if you look at them side by side here, the Hot Wheels is really scaled pretty darn close. The fender flares in the Hot Wheels are not nearly as extreme. And actually the livery is a little bit different, but pretty much the same idea. Anyways, I really dig this Kyosho. It's one that I've been wanting. It's a really expensive one to come by. So I was happy to find it tonight. And then another one, Hot Wheels also brought this one out. This is one of my favorite Hot Wheels cars. My favorite Skyline is the Ken Mary Skyline, which is basically this body style here. It came out, I think, 72 or 73 after the Hakusuka. And I like, I don't know, I just like the fastback look. And that's actually the whole Ken and Mary thing. I think this car was really marketed in a way towards Americans, which is kind of weird because it wasn't available in America. Or maybe they were marketing to their people as, you know, this being a car close to an American car, because that was back late 60s, early 70s, where fastback was the thing. And Ken Mary Skyline, if you take their names and flip them, you have Mary Ken, which is like American. And so there's a lot of stuff going on there with the Ken Mary Skyline. And a lot of history and a lot of lineage with the Skyline in general. And that was just one part of a very storied history for this car. So shout out to the Toy Pimp for a little history lesson there. And I'm sure there's more to it than even that. But anyways, so that's a Hot Wheels release. This is a UCC, I think it's a coffee. And I don't have any of these. This is my first one. But Kyosho, I think, makes this car too, and I'd really like to get that one too. But this is sweet. It is just a beautiful car. A lot of great detail. It's not the most detailed. It's painted detailed, not lensed. It's a little bit different than Kyosho or TLV, but it's real heavy. There's a lot of good detail, and it's just a sick look. I mean, I just love the lines on this car. I've got a couple of other Ken Marys on the way that I can't wait to review. And this thing rolls real nice, so that's... Oh, let's do a side-by-side here. Obviously, the little bit different graphic theme, but pretty close with the gold on green. And you can see where Hot Wheels totally missed the scale on this one. But they got the lines pretty close to being right. I mean, yeah, I think they did an awesome job on it. It's a really good looking car, especially for $1. And this one is definitely going to be more than $1. So, awesome Ken Mary Skyline. Cruising right along. I have no idea how to open this. Maybe this just comes out. So from that same line, by the way, the UCC coffee line, they come in little plastic things like this. And then you have a little brochure. So here's your sticker, UCC, Good Coffee Smile, Nissan Racing Spirit. So this is your R31 Skyline in a blue-black color. So going into tonight, I didn't have any of these UCC cars. Now I have 2. And then inside of that, it's in this plastic thing, and this is all over the paint, so I would imagine keeping it in there for a long period of time probably not a good idea. Oh wow, that's nice. That is nice. It's definitely not as nice as not as nice as some of the other stuff that I have, but it's a combination of painted details and lensed. So your headlights are lensed, transparent lensed headlights. The color is awesome. I don't even know if I can get that to come through on the camera. It is a very, very dark, I would call it a midnight blue, and the windows are dark smoke windows. They look to be prototypical wheels. It does not have sprung suspension, and then your brake light detail looks like it's a combination of lensed with, I don't know if those are decals over the lens. Green light does some of that. Anyways, it's a sweet looking little car. I really like it. So happy to have that in the collection. And it rolls fantastic too. Alright, so I've only got 4 more. These will be a lot quicker. Well, those ones will. This one might take just a second to get out of the packaging because it's in the cellophane and the box. I don't know what this is. I think this is a new brand. He was telling me a new brand, which is, it's all in, I don't know if that's Chinese or Korean or Japanese or what. Daimler Chrysler. Anyways, he had this and one other one. And I sold cars for, I don't know, probably a year. I sold Toyotas. And we had one of these come in on trade. and a fireman who had 8 kids. He had 4 kids from his marriage, and his wife had 4 kids from hers. They needed something that could get a big family around, so they came in and bought one of these from me. And so I have a little bit of a sentimental attraction to the Mercedes Sprinters. This is unbelievably detailed. Like, he said, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. This is way good. I mean, these are sprung suspension, rubber tires with tread. It's a metal body on a... I think that's a high density composite base. But look at this. The door. Freaking door opens on it. Wow. Wow. That is sick. Look at that. The freaking door opens and closes. And up top you have all kinds of cool stuff going on with this. This is incredible. This is very, very, very good quality. Man, I'm glad I picked it up. I almost didn't. So this looks to be like an antenna of sorts. Wow, that is so sick. So much detail on this thing. So as far as vans go, this might be the nicest van in my entire collection. That is ridiculously cool, man. Side view mirrors, lensed headlights, all of the trim is painted up. All your weather stripping is painted black. Your brake lights are painted. The wheels look to be, actually they do look to be prototypical wheels. Wow, this is just incredible detail for the scale. Just incredible. That thing is so sweet. I really, really, really dig that van. It rolls amazing. You can definitely tell it has sprung suspension. It's so heavy that... But wow, that is awesome, dude. That he totally downplayed that. He's like, I asked him the question. So you have Tamica Basic, Tamica Premium, and Tamica Limited Vintage. Where does this fit in that scheme? And he said, probably the Premium. No way, man. That's limited vintage quality all the way, I think. I think so. Yeah, I'm happy with that purchase. Man. And speaking of TLV, the last 3 that I have here are all TLV. Now this particular one, I got a deal on this one because he didn't have the box. And I'm thinking to myself, well, shit. If they're that much cheaper without the box, just sell me the cars. I don't care about packaging. Although with these, I kind of do, because you got to have something to store them in. But this is the only one I have now that doesn't have a box, and it is a Mazda Familia 800 van. So I showed the Konami Familia. Actually got a lot of buzz with some of the pictures I posted on it. This is the same thing, but the van. Or as we would call it here in the U.S., the station wagon. Or wagon. But TLV at its best. They are second to none. Nobody does it better. It's got an amazing paint job on it. A really nice clear coat. All of the wheels are prototypical. Nice white wall tires. The glass is really, really clear. I made a comment about that in a previous video. And I don't know. I think the glass is probably more clear on these than Auto World. Metal base. So it's a small little casting, but it's a really dope little casting. So, well, TLV, These last two are also Tamica limited vintage. Two castings that I don't have that I've been wanting. Alright. Now these are not just the little regular boxes. These are the, I don't know what they call them, but it's more of like a promotional. So it comes in a box like this. And then inside of that you have this. Because the front of this box folds open and you have a little window. So it's pretty cool. But I don't have this Land Cruiser casting, and it's one that I've definitely been wanting to get. There's a couple other four-wheel drives that I want to get from TLV, and they didn't make a lot of them, so at least not the big stuff. Oh, this thing is so nice. So I don't know what this is, but I think it's a Japanese radio station vehicle. But the base is a lot like the Safari, so it's not a metal base, but it's a very heavy casting. And I really like it. A lot of amazing detail. You have your indicator lights on top of the little fenders there. Very delicate. Look at all of this detail on the back. I would love to see them do some of the other generations. This is another Japanese car that has a lot of lineage. A lot of history, a lot of quality. So I was definitely happy to add this to the collection. Nice Land Cruiser. And then the last one, I blame Lamley Group on this. I watched one of his videos recently, and tonight, before leaving, I was like, I can't leave without one of those. And I've been wanting one of these because most of the TLV stuff is vintage stuff. It's older castings. So there just isn't a lot of this type of stuff out within that line. But this is your Nissan Anniversary GT-R. And I wanted to compare this with the green light too, because I have the green light. The green light that I have is even the same color, so be a really good side-by-side, and could maybe even mix the Kyosho in with it and do a side-by-side comparison. But I can tell you right off the bat, this is metal on metal, the Kyosho's metal on plastic, the green light's metal on metal. But look at the body lines on this. Look at the wheels. The stance on this looks correct. All of your headlights and brake lights are lensed. Exhaust tips are painted. Rocker panels painted. It looks incredible. Look at the grille. Got your honeycomb grille with the GT-R. Headlights look phenomenal. You can see the lights inside the lens, or the little plastic side view mirrors. Look at those. Definitely a step up on those from the green light. But you know, this is also 4 or 5 times the price of the green light, so your expectation of the quality should definitely be higher. But, yep, they did it. I think this is one hell of a nice piece right here. It does not have the sprung suspension that I've become accustomed to with the TLV. But it rolls probably nicer than any other GT-R in my collection save for maybe the Hot Wheels GT-Rs. Rolls better than the green lights, the Kyosho. So, anyways, I thought personally that that was a hell of a haul tonight. And I didn't spend a lot of money. Really, I didn't spend any money. This was all trading. That's basically what it boiled down to. Trading stuff that I don't really want for stuff that I would rather have. And this is what you come up with. Some awesome stuff. Highly detailed. Not your average run-of-the-mill Hot Wheels. I think I've outgrown Hot Wheels, although you can see in the background. I still have a few. But this is where it's at for me. Right here. This is the stuff I really enjoy collecting. That van is just sick. So ridiculous. Still have a pile of nice stuff over here I gotta put away. I'm getting the display case cleaned out so I can rotate all the stuff through. And that FJ back there will be in my Tamica display. You can take that to the bank. Courtesy of Champion DJK. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And David, like I said, this car is for you. So I will put it aside, and the next time I send something your way, that will go with it. Maybe we do another trade or whatever. I don't really care. You can have that car, but, you know, I don't expect anything for it. But the next time we're exchanging boxes, or whether maybe I'll just drop it in the mail. Either way, it's going to go to you. Everybody else, thank you for checking it out. I got a question. Somebody asked me what my favorite brand is. And that is tough. I have two. Actually, I can tell you what brand I don't like is M2. I don't like M2. They do some awesome cars. You know, the Ford Crestliner, the 54 Chevy Bel Air. They do some really cool stuff. The Ford F100, the 69 F100. The Apaches are nice. The Econolines are nice. But from a quality standpoint, they're not my thing. I don't like 1 to 64 scale cars that have opening doors. I'm not big on that. It's really hard in this scale to get that right. So with all of that said, I think Auto World is amazing from a quality and detail standpoint. Probably the best as far as bang for your buck. The overall best quality and detail, in my opinion, and I think most people would agree, is Tamica Limited Vintage, hands down. But they don't cast all the stuff that Greenlight and Auto World cast. Just like Greenlight and Auto World don't cast anything, I don't think, that Tamica Limited Vintage casts. So that's a really nice thing, is they don't cross over. So with that said, I like Auto World a lot, but their selection is weak. So because of that, I go to the next best thing, which is Greenlight. And I have about 600 different pieces in my Greenlight collection. And recently I've switched to the TLV. And, you know, these are 5 times the price of a Greenlight. So it takes a lot longer to acquire that kind of a collection. With what I have pending in the mail, I think I have 24 of these. But when you figure they average about $20 to $25 a piece, that gets really expensive really fast. So it's like buying a super treasure hunt, but they're 100 times nicer. I don't even waste my time with Hot Wheels, really. I'm trying to get the retro collection together. I'm keeping up with the car culture. And I have some Hot Wheels that I like, but as far as actively buying them, I don't really actively buy Hot Wheels. If I find a Super, I'll trade it or sell it. Just like if I find an M2 Chase, I'll trade it or sell it. If it's a Super that I like, and there's maybe 2 or 3 of those every year, then I'd probably keep it. So what's my favorite brand? It's going to be Greenlight or Tamika Limited Vintage. I also like Kyosho a hell of a lot because they make a very good quality car and they have a very good selection. They have a very good catalog. So I do like Kyosho a lot. And so, yeah, I think what I'm going to do here in the next few days is I'm going to start a top 3. What are your top 3 favorite castings in your collection? And then I'm going to nominate 3 people to do theirs. So that's my announcement. And that'll be coming soon. For those of you that made it 31 minutes in, thank you. And I will holler at the next video. You all take care. Happy Friday tomorrow. Talk soon.